أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear brothers and sisters in humanity, Assalamu alaikum. That means peace be upon you. Today is the 22nd of March 2019, Friday, a blessed day. And the topic of today's video is, as usually, responding to the Christian deceiver prince. I remember recently I saw a video of his. I can't remember the title. He's got so many. May God bless him. He's got some time free on his hand and he does a lot. All in vain, Mr. Christian Prince. You do a lot of research and twist them to suit your agenda, which is spreading hate and fear. And yes, you are a hater and you spread hate and fear, and that's why people are getting killed. It's because of people like you. People are getting killed in masses. I'll leave that on the side. As I usually say, as long as humanity exists, people will kill people. But my wish and my prayer is for peace, for everyone to be a human being and see the others as human being, and not to discriminate or hate anybody. Now, the topic was in one of yours, Christian Deceiver Prince, one of your videos. You said that Muslims say that the Quran is plain and clear and simple to understand to the Arabs, of course, because it was revealed in Arabic. And by the way, I open a quote: just because it was revealed in Arabic doesn't mean it is for humanity. Take the Torah. It was revealed in Hebrew, yet that is a book from God to humankind, okay, to mankind, to humanity in entirety. And the same thing, what Jesus said and taught was for mankind, of course, his people and others who could not understand him. Yet Jesus was an Aramaic speaker or a Hebrew speaker, and then people heard the message in their respective languages. Therefore it's exactly the same, though as you can see here it is Arabic here, this bit here, yet it has been translated, and there is no problem with that. So he says, closing and quote, so he says that the Quran is plain, yet it has some letters at the beginning of some of the chapters which do not make sense, and they're discontinued letters. Now in here he's only exhibiting his ignorance, and because he could not find any way to understand that, he goes around and, well, he puts it in a very bad humorous way to his ignorance audience, who would not ask a Muslim, but they would listen to him because, you know, it goes down well with them and it sounds like music to their ears. But today I am here to actually expose that and explain to the audience and to my brothers and sisters as well in Islam who did not know about this. Now let's start here. So the Quran challenged the pagans, the Arab pagans at the time, who were at the highest levels linguistically in their language, and it challenged them to produce something similar to Quran, okay, as an entirety, and of course they failed. Now Dr. Bilal Phillips in here suggests this, and then he goes into it. So I thought I will borrow this. So the Quran is not only unique in the way in which it presents its subject matter, but it is also unique in that it is a miracle itself. By the term miracle, we mean the performance of a supernatural or extraordinary event which cannot be duplicated by humans. I'll let you read. You can pause and read that. My point, I want to go through it quickly. So the Quran challenges the pagans, and here it says, say, if all mankind and the jinn would come together to produce the like. Oh, by the way, mankind and the jinn here is demons, devils, whatever. Even if they all get together, if all mankind and the jinn would come together to produce the like of this Quran or Quran, they could not produce its like, even though they exerted all and their strength in aiding one another. Quran chapter 17 verse 88. You see, the Quran here, or Allah in the Quran, challenged the Arabs to bring something like the Quran. Okay, they failed, of course. Now what is happening in here? Quran, or Allah in the Quran, challenges them again, and he asks them, okay, if you cannot bring the whole, something like Quran, whole of it, 114 chapters, bring 10 chapters. Okay, and here it is. Or do they say that he has invented it? Say to them, bring 10 invented chapters like it, and call for help on whomever you can besides God, if you are truthful. Chapter 11 verse 13. They could not do that. Now next one, Allah in the Quran challenges them to bring at least one chapter. Yeah, and it reads, and if you all are in doubt about what I have revealed to my servant, bring a single chapter like it, and call your witnesses besides God if you are truthful. That's chapter 2 verse 23. Okay, so you can pause and read this, alright, but I'm not, you can even Google it if you want to. But you see, the challenge to the Arabs was that you guys are speaking this language, I am bringing something to you, and we all know, everyone know, even non-Islamic scholars know, and historically proven, that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was illiterate, and he did not know how to write or read. Never mind that, but the challenge was, even if I am a scholar in this language, I am challenging you, go all around the world, ask whoever you want, and bring something like it. Okay, you cannot, okay, bring 10 chapters. They could not bring one chapter. They could not do anything about it. Now, I know you're waiting for the letters. Yes, sir. Wait, just listen. Now, what is Quran doing in challenging, or by challenging the Arabs? What is the challenge? Is it the word itself, like these words? They all know them. Yeah, it's their language, as you can see. It's their language. Yeah, but it is telling them by these the letters that are in the beginning, is telling them, look, it is an alif in Arabic, a lam in Arabic, a ra in Arabic, alif, lam, ra, that is ALR. Yet you can't even take on this challenge. You can't bring something like the Quran, some 10 chapters of it, or even one chapter. So it's telling them, look, it is Arabic, alif, lam, ra, ha, mim, ain, sin, qaf. These are letters It's telling them here, these chapters are telling them here, can you produce something like this? It is Arabic. It's not something like at the time they never heard Chinese. It's not Chinese. It is your own language, and here plain letters. Now the second challenge in them is the number. Okay, it is the number of letters in these chapters. These specifically, these letters which are in the beginning in these chapters. Okay, I will give you examples. So we're picking up an example. Okay, the letter here, Qaf. Okay, Qaf, Al-Quran Majid, by the owner of the Quran. So Qaf here, as you can see, Qaf. This chapter here is called the chapter Qaf, or Qaf, like you would say. Okay, now you might be wondering then, what's the challenge? Where's the challenge? I'll tell you now. Listen, the challenge is that in this chapter here there are 57 letters. This Qaf here is repeated 57 times in this chapter. Okay, I'll take you to another chapter. This is chapter 42 in Quran, and it starts with Ha Mim Ain Sin Qaf, the very same letter that's in chapter 50, Qaf. Remember, in here 57, in here 57. Okay, this is done by computer. You can check it, Christian Deceiver Prince and his audience. So 57, that's 114 chapters of the Quran. But I'm not taking you to this because of that. No, I want to tell you that in chapter Qaf, the letter Qaf is 57 times. It is repeated 57 times. Yeah, in no other chapter in the Quran there are 57, there are more than 57 letters. None, in no other. Only in chapter Qaf that you will find the letter Qaf 57, and that is the highest number of the letter Qaf in any chapter of the Quran. Is it a coincidence? It is not, because I'm going to show you other things. Remember this one. Second example, chapter 13 verse 1. In this chapter here in particular starts with Alif Lam Mim Ra. Alif Lam Mim Ra. So what's the challenge in here? Simple, look at it. If you count the letter Alif, this one here, you will find 625 times. Yeah, the second letter, which is the Lam, you'll find it repeated 479 times. The Mim, which is an M, so Alif is an A, Lam is an L, Mim is an M, and Ra is an R. So the Mim is repeated 260 times. The Ra, the R, is repeated 137 times respectively. Okay, so Alif is the first one. It is the highest number in this chapter. The second one is Lam, second highest. The Mim, the third highest, and R is the last one, 137 respectively. Coincidence? what was the Prophet Muhammad counting the letters when he was talking to his people and giving them Quran? Is it a coincidence? Wait, I'll give you more. Here's the next one. Chapter 2. Chapter 2 starts with Alif, Lam, Mim. Alif, Lam, Mim. So, counting the Alif in this chapter. The Alif in this chapter is 4,000, is repeated 4,592 times. The Lam comes second, 3,204 times, right? And the Mim, third, counts 2,195 times. Coincidence? Was our beloved Prophet counting his alifs and lams and memes? And they come that way, yeah, chronological order and numerical order and all. Coincidence? Let's see. Next one, chapter 3, which starts with the same thing. Alif, Lam, Mim. Alif, Lam, Mim. The letter Alif is repeated 2,578 times. Second place is for the Lam, 1,885 times. And the third is the Mim, 1,251 times. Okay, and in this chapter the highest would be scoring the Alif. Okay, there's more alifs in this chapter than any other letter in it, and it's exactly the same like I showed you in the previous ones. The Alif in that chapter scores the highest, the Lam is the highest, the Mim is the highest, and exactly the same thing in here, right? It shows them in this order. Okay, coincidence? I'll show you more. Next one, chapter 29, Surah Al-Ankabut, the spider. Alif, Lam, Mim. Alif, Lam, Mim. So the Alif in this chapter is repeated 784 times. The Lam, obviously it's second in here, so it's second in count. 500, of course I'm not going to read the numbers, you know the numbers. The third one in here, exactly the same thing in here. They scored third. So the highest is the first, the second is the second, and the third is the third in counting. Coincidence? I'll give you more. Next one, chapter 30, Surah Ar-Rum. Yeah? Is this Qaf again? Why is it Qaf again? It should be Ar-Rum. But anyway, Ar-Rum. It shows Qaf. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So, here it says the same thing. Alif, Lam, Mim in the Arabic side, and English Alif, Lam, Mim. So the count was, of course, the highest is the Alif, it's the first one in here. The second is 396, the Lam, second here, so it is second in here. Yeah, the third one is the Mim in here, and so it is in here, 318. And of course the Alif in here scores the highest in all the letters in the chapter. Okay, And of course, the alif, the lam is second, and the meme is obviously a third. Coincidence? Wait till you see. So what do you think, Christian Prince? Coincidence? All that is coincidence? The numbers and all that coincidence? It shows that it is from a divine being. An Arab man 1400 years ago could not have thought of it, let alone count it. Okay, so the challenge from God to them, it is telling them here, look into it. And the challenges of the Quran are infinite. You will always find challenges, stuff that you cannot fathom. Okay, you can check for yourself. Audience, do not listen to the Christian deceiver prince, and do not take my word. You can search it for yourself. The numerical challenges in Quran are amazing, but I don't want to go through it, so it will not be a long video. All I wanted is to show you that these letters that are in there are a challenge per se. If you check it, you will find that it is amazing. Okay, the next thing is, we all know, even Christian Prince will tell you that the Quran has been revealed for 23 years. For a man to remember these challenges and say something 20 years, 23 years at the beginning of his message, when he became a prophet and started relaying and conveying his message, it's totally impossible for a human being. Even computers nowadays cannot do that. For a human being living at the time 1400 years ago to actually predict that and to get the numbers correct, or the statistics of the letters within the Quran in that way, it's just impossible. Okay, point, period, to the line. Impossible for a human being to get it right at that degree.
The Quran states in Surah 3, Ayah 59, the example of Jesus unto Allah is as the example of Adam. He created him of dust. These two names are repeated equally 25 times each in the whole Quran, to confirm the meaning of the ayah, that there is no distinction between them unto Allah. What a coincidence! So how about this additional dazzling wonder to confirm that the above is actually not a coincidence? 2. From the beginning of the Quran till this ayah, the words Adam and Jesus are equally repeated 7 times. 3. Furthermore, from the beginning of the Quran and until Surah Maryam, Mary, Jesus' mother, the two names are also repeated 19 times each. 4. And just like both names are repeated equally, the 7th time that Jesus' name is mentioned, starting from the beginning of the Quran, they are also repeated equally the 7th time from the end of the Quran. 5. Additionally, just like they are repeated equally the 19th time from the top of the Quran, as we have seen, they are also repeated equally the 19th time from the end of the Quran. What is this precision? What is this almost unbelievable symmetry? 6. Now are these two names so common in the Quran, whereby everything we mentioned about them becomes trivial? Please review the list and verify on your own how the counts do not match in any other surah of the Quran, except obviously in Surah 2, because of its relative length and its position at the beginning of the Quran. The word counts are also equal only in the places that we mentioned. 7. Additionally, since the time of Adam and until the time of Jesus, there is a total of 25 prophets mentioned in the Quran, the same number as the repetitions of his name, 25 times. 8. And the wonders are not finished. The name Jesus is mentioned only once in the chapter Mary, his mother, in Ayah 34. And the name Mary is repeated that same number in the Quran 34 times. What is this insistence in repeating the signs to us, that the counts are intentional and not mere coincidences? Such is the perfection of this miracle. No claim of manipulation or coincidence can explain it away. We skipped other wonders so as not to overload our viewers, and if we were to compose a wish list of signs that we would like to find in the Holy Quran on this subject, we would not be able to add to the above signs, except through frivolousness or pretense of stupidity. We repeat that we have verified these and all other counts mentioned in our videos. The files are available for download from our site, shown at the bottom of the screen. These were 8 wonders about Jesus, peace be upon him. Here are now 35 additional wonders in the same subject of belief and Islamic law, for a total of 43 in this video. 36th wonder: the 7 heavens are given special mention in the Quran. Appropriately so, the expression 7 heavens is repeated 7 times: Sab'a samawat and samawat sab'a. 229, 1744, 2386, 4112, 6512, 67:3, 71:15.
So what do you think? Coincidence? I'm gonna drop a link of this video in the description below, and you can follow this brother here. He does an amazing job. Be fair to yourself, okay? Forget about Christian deceiving friends. Follow this brother here, follow these videos, and see the wonders of Quran. Try to follow this and debunk them, refute what is being said in these videos, okay? And I would love to see that done by Christian Prince or anyone else, or or David Wood, or the apostate prophet.
Ayahs 23:17, 7 paths, sab'a tara'iq. 78:12, 7 strong, sab'an shidada. All tafsirs mention that both these ayahs are about the 7 heavens, but the word sama was not used there, otherwise the count would have been disrupted. But here is more. 37th wonder: the expression creation of heavens, khalq as-samawat, is also repeated 7 times: 2164, 3190, 3191, 1851, 3022, 4057, 4229. Are we supposed to accept again that this is all random coincidence, that 7 heavens in the previous point and created the heavens in this point are both repeated 7 times just like that? 38th wonder: Saturday, Sabt, is repeated 7 times in the Quran. This is the 7th day in the week. Sunday, Al-Ahad, in Arabic means 1. Monday, Ithnain, means 2. Tuesday, Thulatha, means 3, etc. Another coincidence? We also mention in our footnote other coincidences concerning multiples of the number 7. These are very involved, so we do not discuss them in this video, but they are stunning indeed.
I'm just letting you follow this video here. I just want to finish my video with 13 minutes exactly. So, and meanwhile you guys are listening here, please enjoy this.
39th wonder: prayers, salawat, is repeated 5 times in the Quran. Appropriately so, viewing the 5 obligatory daily prayers. This number concerns a topic of primary importance in Islam. Another coincidence? Here is more. 40th wonder: Aqim as-salah, establish prayer, commanding the singular listener, is repeated 5 times. The same number again as repetitions of prayers, salawat, above. 41st wonder: Aqim as-salah, establish prayers, commanding the plural listeners, is repeated 12 times. Adding it to the command Aqim, commanding the singular listener, the result becomes 17, which is the total number of rak'ahs, prostrations, in all obligatory prayers, 2 for dawn, Fajr, 4 for noon, Dhuhr, 4 for midday, Asr, 3 for sunset, Maghrib, and 4 for night, Isha, for a total of 17, i.e.
That's it. With this, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear brothers in humanity, Assalamu alaikum, that's peace be upon you. I bear witness and testify that there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah, with no partners and with no son or father. And I bear witness and testify that Muhammad is his prophet and messenger, and so was Jesus, Moses, Abraham, and Noah. Peace be upon them. I beseech you, my dear brothers in humanity, to consider Islam for yourself, and do not follow the Christian deceiver prince. With this, take care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum.